What is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage. And before I leave this morning to go out to base, I figured I would tap in with you guys and talk about some interesting info I got from one of my local Dodge dealerships. What is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage. And man, Dodge dealerships, CDJR, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Rams dealerships are actually not making much money at all. Even with these insane add-ons, markups, Mickey Mouse packages, like the desert package that they sell at Sahara, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Oh my God. The $4,000 package that includes air and the tires and a car wash. Ugh. They still aren't making money. And I spoke with an executive of another auto group here in Las Vegas this morning. And they specifically said that they are focusing more on acquiring, and here, check this out. Dealers are trying to acquire 2020s, 2021s, and 2022 Scat Packs, Hellcats, and RTs at auction because there's actually profit margin on them. And because they haven't sold at dealers, the prices at auction have also suffered, so they're selling for much cheaper. I'll give you an example. He showed me an example of a RT Plus. I guess that's the top package or whatever it is for the RT. And it had the TA package on it, right? And it had the TA package, and they got it at auction with 41,000 miles and some change, 41,000 and some change miles for $18,000. That's what they paid for it at auction. They're currently selling it for $27,500. That's almost a $9,000 profit. Didn't need tires, didn't need any reconditioning. They're literally able to buy it, put it on the lot. With their add-ons, which they do have, this dealer is very upfront, they do have these add-ons, which equal about $2,500. They're able to profit through this process around $11,000. And that's before any aftermarket warranties, tire and wheel packages, any of that. $11,000 on one car. And you'll say, oh, TK, those aren't selling. If they can't sell the new one, they can't sell the new ones because even the dealers, the dealerships are not trying to buy 23s at the auction. Not because they cost more money, but because they've identified now with their service departments how many problems the 2023 Rams, the 2023 Jeeps, the 2023 Chryslers, the 2023 Dodges are having. They are an absolute friggin' disaster. From cracking windshields to body panels not being glued properly to motors just straight up grenading. They're having nothing but problems with 2023 cars. And that's one part of the story, which is interesting, right? The other part is that they're shifting their focus to sell more used cars than new cars. They are chock full of Hornets, 2024, 2025 Rams, and more Jeep Wranglers than you can shake a stick at. And they're not selling. And it doesn't matter how much rebate. Like right now, I was looking today, and you can get $6,700 off. I'm going through the Dodge website, right? $6,700 off a Challenger, RT, or Scat Pack between the different incentives for this state. And this isn't like a veteran discount or first responder. This is just the straight up stuff that you can get from Dodge. $6,700 off because they can't sell them. People are waking up to, and even if you get on Consumer Reports and other places, people are doing nothing but ragging on the 2023 model year. Now I know you're going to say, well, what happened? Well, you had the issues with UAW and their employees, the fact that they knew that they weren't going to be manufacturing these cars anymore, so why am I going to care and put my heart and soul into building this car? I really don't give a rat's ass. Robots having malfunctions, like the gluing robots that bond the body panels, which we've covered here, that have been bought back from Dodge. And it's why we see that the 2023 model year, from 2020 to 2023, let's look at just those 3 years. The 2023 model year has more buybacks all the way across the FCA landscape, and I'm basically talking Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, than 2022, 2021, or 2020. Those years didn't have as many buybacks as 2023 has, and that goes to quality. It just does. So, and I know some of those say, well, didn't they win the J.D. Power Award for quality? Listen, don't make me link a bunch of other funny videos about J.D. Power and that absolute scam. Anybody can win J.D. Power Awards. Go look at the Chevy ones from Zebra Corner. You'll laugh. It's hilarious. My homeboy from Boston destroyed them with those Chevy commercials. Potch. I'm dead. Potch. Oh, and he destroyed Hyundai too with the Smart Pack. Oh my God. Just go, if you want to laugh, go look at those videos. They're hilarious. Anyways, you can pay for a J.D. Power Award. It's not like, it doesn't mean anything, okay? So, why are dealers picking up this used inventory instead of going with moving new cars and trying to get those incentives for moving new cars? 2 reasons. One, they can't get financing for their customers even with good credit on these vehicles. They can't get it. They can't get the financing on these. They can't. Banks are not willing to finance MSRP. In some cases with the Hornet, they're not financing 80% of the sticker of that vehicle. Now, we've already covered this, over a month, 2 months ago now, talking about banks like USAA, Navy Fed, not doing 100% loans on MSRP on stickers for 2023 Challengers and Chargers, even all the way up to the Hellcats, because they're considered used new. They're too old. Basically, if you bought one at sticker and you drove it off the lot, you would lose, like, I'll give you an example. On a Hellcat, you'd probably lose $15,000 in depreciation the first day. Like, that's insane. So, dealers are at a dilemma here. If they're able to buy these other vehicles at auction, like RTs, Scat Packs, and they're under like 60,000 miles, somewhere around that range, right? Even higher mile ones, if they get them cheap enough and they price them appropriately, banks don't have a problem loaning on those. And then, yes, the interest is high because it's a used vehicle, right? I think Stellantis Financial is offering 6.9% for well-qualified buyers. Ooh, Jesus Christ. So used car financing through the dealer, if they work with a good credit union or something, they're probably getting, 9.9. Maybe their buy rates at 7.9, and they're giving it to the consumer at 9.9, so they're making the 2% on it. Dealers are actually making more money, 3, 4, and in some cases 5 times more money than they can make off of a new car. Now, they're a Dodge dealership, so they can still focus on picking up as many Dodges as possible at auction, and they're available. You can get them. All of these Scat Packs that had $1,500 a month loans, the banks that are actually going out and saying F it and finally repoing these cars, the theft recoveries, all of that, they're all coming through the auctions. They are prime picking for Dodge dealerships, and they are picking them up. So it goes to show that Stellantis is in a lot of trouble. because, you know, Stellantis doesn't get those earnings off of those used cars. They get earnings off of dealerships accepting new cars. And where these major auto groups, and I talk, like I said, you guys know I have a good relationship with a few out here, even in California. You know, I talked to, and they didn't even have a problem with me mentioning it. I talked to somebody over at Huntington Beach Dodge, which, you know, we roasted here in the past. And they said the same thing. They are focusing more on high-end used vehicles, you know, Hellcats, Scat Packs, fully optioned vehicles, than they are on new cars because they can actually pay the bills selling the used ones and get loans on them as opposed to the new stuff from Dodge. It's a massive red flag, and it's going to go towards beating Stellantis' earnings down even further. And we'll have another video on that here soon, but let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. What do you think about these Dodge dealerships moving more towards selling what worked, big V8s, instead of the crap that they're getting offered now? I think it's kind of funny, and I think it dictates the market. And if the market wants what it wants, Stellantis better get with the times or go out of business.